So today जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी माँ के श्री चरणों में प्रणाम करके सामूहिक बंधन लेंगे। We will all humbly bow down at Shri Mataji's lotus feet and take collective bandhan. हम सभी पहले परम पूज्य श्री माता जी द्वारा बताए गए मेडिटेशन की विधि के अनुसार ध्यान लगाएंगे और उसके उपरांत माँ की अमृतवाणी को आत्मसात करेंगे। We will first do guided meditation as being told by Her Holiness Shri Mataji, and after that we will listen to Shri Mataji's Amritvani Pravachana.
So today is the day when we have to introspect. So should we go into meditation, all of us? Please close your eyes. All of you close. The day when we have to introspect. So should we go into meditation, all of us? Please close your eyes. All of you close your eyes. Now we all will do the meditation the way we have been doing in the halls wherever we had public programs. So the first you have to put your hand on your heart. We'll work on the left hand side and the left hand towards me. Now, first of all, you put your hand on your heart. In the heart resides Shiva, is the spirit. So, you have to thank your spirit that it has brought light to your attention. Because you are a saint, and the light that has come in your heart has to enlighten the whole world. So please, now in your heart, you pray that let this light of my love of the divine spread to the whole world. With all sincerity and understanding that you are connected with the divine and whatever you desire will happen. With full confidence in yourself. Now put your right hand in the upper part of your abdomen on the left hand side, on the upper part of your stomach on the left hand side, and now here is the center of your dharma. Here you have to pray that let Nirmaldham spread in the whole world. Let people see the light through our dharmic life, through our righteousness. Let people see them and accept the Nirmaldham by which they get enlightenment and a benevolent higher life and a desire to ascend. Now, take your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen, of the stomach, on the left hand side. Press it. Now this is the center of pure knowledge. Here, you have to say as Saj Yogis that our mother has given us the full idea how the divine works. She has given us all the mantras and all the pure knowledge that we could bear and understand. Let me fully be knowledgeable about that. All of us. I have seen if the man is a leader, the wife doesn't know a word about Sahaja Yoga. If the woman knows about Sahaja Yoga, the husband doesn't know anything about it. Let me be proficient and an expert in this knowledge. So that I can give realization to people, make them understand what is divine law, what is Kundalini, and what are the chakras. Let my attention be more on Sahaja Yoga than all these mundane things. Now put your right hand in the upper part of your abdomen. Close your eyes. Now here, on the left hand side, press it. Now here, Mother has given me the spirit and I have my own Guru, which is the spirit. I am master of my own. Let there be no abandonment. Let there be dignity in my character. Let there be generosity in my behavior. Let there be compassion and love for other Sahajogis. Let me not show off, but have a deep knowledge about God's love and His doings. So that when people come to me, I should be able to tell them about Sahaja Yoga and give them this great knowledge with humility and love. Now raise your right hand on your heart. Here you have to thank God that you have felt the ocean of joy and you have felt the ocean of forgiveness. And the capacity to forgive as our mother has, which we have seen is so tremendous. Let my heart expand and encompass the whole universe. And my love should resound the name of God. The heart every moment should express the beauty of God's love. Take your now right hand in the Vishuddhi, that is on the left Vishuddhi, between the neck and the shoulder in the corner. I will not indulge into the falsehood of guilt, because I know it is falsehood. I will not escape my faults, but face them and eradicate them. I will not try to find faults with others, but in my own knowledge of Sahaja Yoga, let me remove their faults. We have so many ways secretly we can remove the faults of others. Let my collectivity become so great that the whole Sahaja Yoga race is my own family, my own children, my home, my everything. Let me get that feeling completely, innately built within myself that I am a part and parcel of the whole, because we all have one mother. And let my concern go to the whole world to know what are their problems and how can, through my true desire, power, solve that. Let me feel the problems of the world in my heart and innately to remove all of them from the basis of which they are, from the basis from which they are generated. Let me go to the principles of all these problems and try to remove them through my Sahaja Yoga powers, through my saintly powers. Now put your right hand on your forehead across. Now here you have to say, first of all, I have to forgive all those who have not come in Sahaja Yoga. Those who are on the periphery, who come and go, who jump in and jump out. But first of all and foremost, I have to forgive all the Sahaja Yogis because they are all better than me. I am the one who tries to find faults with them, but I am at the lowest ebb and I have to forgive them because I must know that I still have to go very further. I am still much less. I have to improve myself. This humility has to come within us. So you have to say here, let the humility in my heart, in a true sense, not hypocritical, work out this feeling of forgiveness so that I bow to reality, to God and to Sahaja Yoga. Now you have to put back your hand on the back side of your head and push back your head here, and you have to say here, Oh Mother, whatever wrong we have done to you so far, and whatever wrong goes in our minds, and whatever smallness we have shown to you, whatever way we have troubled you and challenged you, please forgive us. You have to ask for forgiveness. In your intelligence you should know what I am. I don't have to tell you again and again. Not at Sahasrara, you have to thank me. At Sahasrara, put your hand, move it 7 times and thank me 7 times. Mother, thank you very much for the realization. And Mother, thank you very much for making us understand how great we are. And thank you very much for bringing all the blessings of the divine. And thank you very much for raising us higher, much higher than from where we were. And also thank you very much for sustaining us and for helping us to improve ourselves and correct ourselves. And thank you very much ultimately that Mother, you have come on this earth, taken your birth and working so hard for us, for all of us. Press it hard and move it hard. Khali basa, khali basa, khali basa, khali basa, khali basa, khali utra, khali utra, khali utra, khali utra, khali utra. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Now take down your hands. Heads are all very hot. So now let us give ourselves a nice bandhan. In the bandhan of Mother, let us move our left to the right. 1, nicely. Understanding what you are. What are your auras? Now again, second one. Now the third one. Now the fourth one. Now the fifth. Now the sixth one. And now the seventh. Now raise your kundalini. Raise your kundalini. Slowly, very slowly. Raise it first time, you have to do it very slowly. Now push back your heads and give it a knot. 1 knot. Second one. Let's do it very slowly. And knowing what you are. You are a saint. Do it properly. Properly. Do it properly, not in a haste. Take it to your head. Push back your head and give it 2 knots there. 1 and 2. Now let's do the other one. Again, the third one you have to give 3 knots. Very slowly do it. Very slowly. Now do it properly. Now push back your head. Now give it the third one. 3 times. Now see your vibrations. See your vibrations? Like this. All the children, see your vibrations like this. Put your hands. Just step down it. Alright? Good. Beautiful. I'm getting vibrations from you. May God bless. Thank you very much. Today we have gathered here to do the Navratri Puja. There were 9 times when the major incarnations of the Mother of this universe were manifested. They were manifested with a purpose. That purpose is to protect her bhaktas, her disciples, her children. This was a binding love. She could not escape it. Mother's love is binding. She cannot escape it. And she has to manifest it, work it out, and give that protection to all her children. This protection in the modern times has taken another form. In those days, the evil was trying to harm, to destroy the people who were righteous, who were bhaktas, who were doing good things, who wanted to lead a very religious life. So to save them, she incarnated. To protect them, she incarnated. But they knew what was good. They knew what was wrong. And they wanted to preserve their good life, their precious life. They didn't care for money, they didn't care for power, but just they wanted their life. Means they wanted to be alive, to worship the goddess. And when they were troubled or harmed or destroyed by these evil forces, she had to manifest. But in modern times, it's become very complicated, as the modern times are complicated. First of all, in the mind, in the lifestyle, in the society of good human beings, righteous human beings, fear of the wrong has entered. Like they are afraid, say, of their priests, of their churches, of their temples, of their mosques, which are all false. They are not afraid of God. They don't believe in God. They think they have created God and they can manage God. So who is God? The way they behave, you can see clearly that they do not recognize the existence of God. God Almighty, who is a wrathful God. They are not at all worried as to what will happen to them. They don't even believe in the second life. They don't believe in the resurrection. They are very short-sighted, evil people doing all kinds of evil things. So, somehow or other, as soon as you are born into some sort of a brand. You are this, you are that, you are that, you are that. As soon as you are born. So the first brand comes onto this modern man is of a religion to which he belongs. We can't avoid it. He has to be jolly well belonging to some religion. You go anywhere, even in the passport, nowadays they have stopped it. Otherwise they used to ask, what is your religion? And in India, if you said you had no religion, they would not give you a passport. Because you are not yet qualified evil person. Or you are not following qualified evil people. So that very simple, gullible, good people, very righteous, believers of God, developed this kind of a fear which was put into their heads by these false people. That if you don't do like this, if you don't pay money to us, then God will be wrathful. If you do not come to the confession, then God will be angry with you. If you do not tolerate our nonsense, God will be angry with you. All these things started going into the brains of the people very easily. In some religion, they believe there is no sin in drinking. In some religion, they believe there is no sin in marrying many women. In some religion, they believe that you can have caste system. All is anti-God, absolutely anti-God activity perpetuated into the society by these priests who are supposed to be in charge of the religion. So the first horrible conditioning we have when we start Sahaja Yoga is this. So to start something afresh, they find it very difficult. So the first protection mother had to render is from this condition. The second one is that of the country. Either you belong to this country, to that country, or to that country. And these days every country is competing with each other in all kinds of corruption, mafia, all kinds of things. Every country. Suddenly you discover. You have faith in one country, find, oh no, they were supporting certain person secretly. So whether they are democratic or anything, there is a kind of a mafia working everywhere under something. So the so-called laws also are only for people who are simple, gullible, pure citizens, and not for the people who put those laws on them. They take bribes, they take all kinds of things, but still they are supposed to be in charge of law, doing all kinds of illegal things. Because they have made the law, so they know how to be illegal. So this is the second type of fear that is in the minds of the modern time. Then the third thing was the war. Wars after wars came in. So many people developed a kind of a fear about war. And as a reaction, they developed a kind of a stupid ego. Just, they said, to protect themselves. In protection themselves, they have built up a big ego and they are now becoming very, we should say, aggressive people. So this kind of a wider range, I should say, of fear, it can be directed into any direction, it can be directed towards anyone. Then comes is the fear of race. Racialism. Now I am told that neo-Nazism is taking its own course and is coming up like a little snake. So this is another area which is very dangerous now working on. Now in the minds of seekers, and they are seeking, they have been to many gurus, they have read all kinds of books, but they are seeking. You can, in seeking, drink any kind of water, develop all kinds of diseases. What can you do? You are seeking after all, you are thirsty. It has to be excused. And that's how they develop lots of problems, not only in their body, but also in their brain. And now it's a very delicate thing. If you tell somebody that you have been to such and such guru, he doesn't want to hear. Because for him, now the guru has become the last one. You cannot say anything against his guru. Now, when he starts suffering, then he may accept. But to take it out that guru is also very delicate, because if you want to take out that guru, then he might be hurt. So it's a very delicate operation. Then the modern society. The less said the better. The norms of modern satire society are given to us by people who were characterless, like Freud, who had no sense of morality, or by drunkards, though they don't have any statues of drunkards. But most of them, if you see the abandonment of our value system comes through drinking. And the drinking was there, but not to this extent. I mean, everybody was not a drunkard. These days, everybody can be a drunkard. And there's no shame about it. With that drinking, our value system started dropping down, and people have accepted now the normal thing is abandonment. This is another view. Formerly, the parents used to support a person if he would take to God, if he would take to righteous life or to something higher. And if they saw these qualities in their child, they used to be happy. But these days, the other way around, the parents don't like it. As if the parents have lost everything in themselves, so they want to hold on to their children, grandchildren, and possess them. And brainless creatures, because their brain has been already washed off. There's nothing in their brains. To fight the parents also is a big problem. So this kind of a fear is also there, that my mother should not know, my father should not know this. You can say from all sides. The fear is burning like flames. And we are now here in Kali Yuga. We have started such. So the way we have to work out our protection has to be mutual. Mother, of course, is there to protect you all the time. Her powers are there to protect you. But surprisingly, in the modern times, there is one condition which has to be fulfilled. Because in those days, good were good and evil were evil. There was no mixing up. So once they asked for goddess, they accepted her, she came in her real form and she worked it out. But in modern times, you must know that all these evil things are also lingering in your head, little bit here and there. People are extremely superficial. They are very much prone to the mass attitude, fashions, things like that. Sort of their personality is not that developed as that of those bhaktas who knew they were right, who knew they were righteous, who knew whatever they were doing was correct and were standing on their legs firm. So, the modern Sahajogi is very different from the Sahajogi of olden time. Because in the olden times, it was not easy to get realization. 1 in a billion or in a trillion. And they had to work very hard. So as they worked hard, very hard, they got cleansed and built up themselves and toiled. Like any art piece which takes time, is done with care, is definitely 1,000 times better than these modern artists just putting 2-3 lines like this. So today's human being is like a modern artist, you see. You put one line and you say, you must see this into that person. You must have an identity. I mean, what identity you can have? With one line, you say, find out the identity. So the Sahajogis which are today here have to realize that all these things are surrounding us. And these evil forces are also there. There are some within us, some are without. So it looks to be a very difficult task, but it's not. Because one condition, if you can understand, is that you have to recognize me. I know I'm Mahamaya, I'm really very clever at it. But I am truthful. I do not have crocodile tears. I cannot have. I am truthful. But still, I am Mahamaya. So to recognize me, what should we do? If we recognize, then you are protected. And the cleansing is the simplest thing in Sahaja Yoga, is to be collective. If you are not collective, then know that something wrong with you. If you are collective, then as if you are taking your bath in the river Ganges. You don't have to go to Himalayas, you don't have to do individual sadhana much, you don't have to, just be collective. If you are collective, if you are enjoying the collective, then you should know that you are clean. No blemishes there. You are absolutely all right. Now the second part of this Mahamaya business. I had to be very close to you. I had to be extremely close. Talk to you, to have a rapport, to tell you everything about yoga, to make you absolutely aware of yourself. This had to be done, and with all these complications within your mind, within your heart, within your body, I had to work it out. To come close in the real form would have been very dangerous. So one had to be a Mahamaya. But despite that, if you could recognize me, to understand me, that I am Divine Personality, it's an incarnation. That's all the deities want. Then they'll look after you in every way. They'll give you all the powers, they'll give you all the satisfaction, all the protection that you want. This is the condition which for a rational mind is very difficult to understand. That how can Adi Shakti be in one body? How can the infinite can become finite? But human beings cannot do that. Only human being. God can do it. He is God after all. And if so, you have so many miracles, you have so many photographs, so many things to see, but this is what one has to recognize. Oh, I see people, when I talk to them, they start talking to me a little frivolously. Not with that depth, not with that feeling that I am Mahamaya. Then some of them even answer me. Some of them, if I tell them something, they are ready to give an answer, explanation. Of course, this freedom I have given you deliberately. But must understand that you have to talk to me in a way that is, you would talk to Adi Shakti. Very important. Then how you behave is very important. It should not be artificial. It should not be superficial. But best is to put your hand on your heart, both the hands, and just try to feel. Your mother is Adi Shakti. She has created all this universe. She has created all this world. And she is for your protection. Even Shri Krishna could not protect Pandavas. They had to go in the forest, they had to suffer. But not Sajogis. As soon as I come to know about your problems, my attention can work. Shri Rama himself had to go to jungles. All this is given to you, this protection, because you are seekers of truth. And the truth is that I am the Adi Shakti incarnated. Once this truth becomes one with yourself, there is nothing to fear, because all the deities know this fact. They know about this incarnation very well. They are all prepared for it, and they will do anything to substantiate your belief. In every way they are trying to give you my photographs in the sky, this, that, all sorts of things. God knows what they are going to do today. They are so anxious. They are behind the stage, before the stage, all sides of the stage, listening to me, feeling happy that I am telling you the truth. But the way they recognize and the way they act, they never disobey. If you behave in the same manner, you are completely protected from all these problems I have told you. Now I won't say you shouldn't hate anyone, you shouldn't do nothing of the kind. I wouldn't say you should not steal something. I wouldn't say that you make money, don't make money out of such a nothing. I don't even say don't drink, don't smoke. I never said so. But automatically, once you know whom you are facing, in whose protection you are, automatically you will do that. Automatically. You will have no fear. Once you have recognized, you will have no fear from anyone. And the more you show that recognition, the more you realize it, you get higher and higher. Not only spiritually, but every way, mentally, socially, economically, politically. It's very remarkable that not only that you recognize me as a mother who loves you very much, but a mother who is powerful to protect you. It's very powerful. If you realize that, and if you feel that within your heart, supposing I correct you sometime, instead of feeling sad, you should see that how fortunate I am that Adi Shakti herself is correcting me. She is taking interest in me. How fortunate I am to be born at this time, to be with her in her great work. What have I done? This recognition itself will fulfill all the incarnations of Navratri. So today we are worshipping the Durga, Kali, all these great goddesses, these powers, even Radha. It was Radha who killed Kamsa, not Shri Krishna. He had to ask Radha to come and kill him. It's the power that kills. So, if you realize that your mother is the Adi Shakti, I know of so many people. There's one gentleman who is working in London airport. Somebody tried to trouble him. He said, you see, be careful. Huh? My mother is very powerful, you don't know. Next day that man lost his job, lost his business, lost this. And he came to him and said, now which is your mother? Let me see her. There was a farmer in uh, near Rauri. And in the night, 3 men came to steal some sugar cane. And next day they came and they said, "Which goddess do you worship?" He said, "Why?" There were 3 hefty people watching guarding your field. And we came just to, we thought better take some of this sugar cane after all. It looks so nice. And they beat us. Of course we never got hurt. So just behind this recognition is all the powers. There are so many stories I can tell you. How things have happened, how it has worked out. But if you are doubting, still half faith, this, that, then things won't be all right. You shouldn't worry about your reputation. Just go with full speed into any direction, knowing one thing, that you are my child and that I am Adi Shakti. Everything that looks horrible will become better. We have seen it now in this France case and all that. What has happened? Don't worry about anything. Just know that I am the Adi Shakti. That all the powers of gods and goddesses and all that are within me. And they are within me and they are all looking after. But if that recognition is not there, they are not going to recognize you either. So for today's Navratri, I have to tell you that just try to keep in mind that today you are worshipping the Adi Shakti and not only Durga. And you are worshipping Durga and all these goddesses to thank them. Because if they had not saved you that time, you would have been so frightened, you would have become bad people and you would not have been here. That is why we are thankful to them for saving us and giving us this protection at that time when we were very helpless. May God bless you.
अब हम सभी माँ की आरती करेंगे. Let us now offer आरती at Shri Mataji's lotus feet.
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
श्री माता जी, हम सभी बच्चे आज आपका प्रेम और ध्यान पाकर धन्य हुए माँ। आपके श्री चरणों में हम कोटि कोटि नमन करते हैं माँ। श्री माता जी, we humbly bow down at your lotus feet for the love and this meditative, beautiful state you have bestowed upon us. Shri Mata Ji, we are thankful to you again and again, Mother, again and again. Jai Shri Mata Ji.